Hello, Achieve. My name is Kiefer Quillen, and I am a rising junior at Southern Methodist University applying for your Achieve Scholarship. And I want to share a story about my personal development, and hopefully it can be a motivation to others that are in a similar situation that I'm about to explain. At the beginning of my college career, my freshman year, I actually was not able to get the major that I wanted. I am currently a real estate and finance major. Prior to being a part of that major, you have to apply to the business school and get direct admittance when applying for college. However, that wasn't the case for me. I had gotten admitted into SMU, but not into the major that I wanted. So this meant that I had to go through a harder, more rigorous application process to apply going into my sophomore year for that major. This was a pretty difficult time because I had also, at the beginning of my freshman year, had started applying for organizations to show that I was a well-rounded student. And I had been getting rejected by certain organizations that were focused in business just because they were very selective in who they were choosing, and it had really brought me down to a very low confidence in terms of what I was able to do, because I felt like it just wasn't meant to be. I wasn't able to really pursue anything surrounded and just engulfed in the idea of business. But I wanted to make sure I was committed to the long-term goal of being ready for the application process. And the main thing that I want to go over today in relation to this scholarship is the idea of focusing on the variables that you can control in your life. And this really can go a long way, and this can be interpreted in many different ways. But the way that I saw this in my interpretation was that even in the actions that I was doing to show that I was a well-rounded student and a strong student for the application pool for the business school, even though I was being rejected and these decisions were out of my control, I wanted to make sure that I was committing to the overall long-term goal, that I was going to continue to seek through all these problems and obstacles so that I can eventually reach that goal of majoring within business, right? And I mean, this took a lot of sacrifices my freshman year. So freshman year is known for being a year where you can have it pretty easy. You can just practically have fun and have less responsibility, but I really hunkered down and decided, hey, I'm gonna focus and make sure that I set time aside not only to study, but really seek out organizations and other organizations as well, which I ended up getting accepted into to show that I was a well-rounded student. After my freshman year, I had begun to apply and realized that the requirements and practically that everything factored in to the application made it extremely selective for students applying. I think only 30% of the students would get admitted from this process. But thankfully, I want to say that I was actually admitted because of my tenacity and drive to continuing on focusing on the things that I can control, right? I made sure to stay disciplined and really strict on a schedule that I have to make sure I would show my best self on this application and really show that I'm a student that deserved to be within the business program. Currently now, that's set me up a long way. It's helped me set up for my two internships that I already have taken part in. I'm actually serving a leadership role within the undergraduate real estate club, which I'm very happy about. And I'm also working towards other leadership roles as well. But I just want to tie into how the overall value really helped by just setting that mindset my freshman year to really achieve a long-term goal. It set me up for so much more success to where I can say I both right now and in the future. So right now I can say definitely it's helped me reach those goals and reach the determination for reaching these leadership positions. And it also is going to help me in the future by helping me understand how to tackle any problem, whether that seems impossible or just really hard in general. So for anyone that might be going through that same phase of life that I was going through, where I felt like my confidence was completely low and I didn't trust in myself, you just have to remember to focus on the things that you can do and just keep on committing to those, because the results will come.